What I want to do is I just wanted to kind of summarize everything, the ideas that we talked about, and give you a kind of a plan of attack so you know how to practice and start to utilize some of the stuff that you've worked on in this lesson. First of all, this is a lesson that literally could take you half a year, maybe even a year to get down a lot of this stuff. I mean, we went through 3 different arpeggios in 12 keys, so that's 36 different arpeggios. Then we did then I showed you different techniques in every key, how you could do do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that, try this idea, right? And of course you could take all of those and apply them to all 12 keys. So 12 times 12, that's 144. I mean, you get 200 different things here easily that you could be practicing. So what I want to do is just kind of show you how to attack this. First of all, don't try and do all 12 keys in 1 week. I mean, you're just going to frustrate yourself, or you're going to blow out your arms, you're going to hurt yourself. Stick to maybe 3 keys a week. I mean, think about that. If you did 3 keys a week, that would be 12 keys in a month, all right? So after 4 weeks, you would have gone through all 12 keys, and then start over again. So a nice way of doing this is, I mean, you could go by circle of fifths if you want. You can move in thirds, do like C, E flat, and G flat, then, do those different keys, go in minor thirds. Start by just going through in fact, I wouldn't even start with C, to be honest with you. Start with G. G is actually a good one to start with because that F sharp is kind of a nice, a little bit easier than just playing all white notes. And then go through the dominant, and then go through the minor. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down these different, I'm just going to kind of type them up for you right now as we go so we don't forget. All right, so, okay. So first thing is just do the arpeggios, okay? So just straight up arpeggios. So do G major 7, do G minor 7, do G dominant 7, okay? So whatever key you're in, just do the arpeggios. So it would be major, minor, and dominant 7th, okay? All right, second thing, try doing them contrary motion. That would be good. Contrary motion, and switch, all right? So that means, switch from major to minor to dominant, without stopping, all right? So there should be no break. So it shouldn't be. Now just go right from major into dominant, into minor, into dominant, into major. Okay? All right, now the next thing, try doing your major scale in one hand while doing, actually, you know what, before you do that, try doing them 2 octaves. That would be good to do. And then switch, do dominant 7th, then minor 7th. Okay, so 2 hands, all right, I should say hands together, 2 octaves. 2 octaves, okay? All right, so fourth thing to do, try doing the split. That's a little bit more challenging, and it might be, if you want to skip over it, I would understand. All right, so instead do this. Do 1 octave in the left hand. So do the split. So it's basically the right hand is 2 octaves, left hand is 1 octave. So I'm going to say left hand 1 octave, and right hand 2 octaves. Okay? Next thing, try doing the major scale in one hand. Okay, and you should end root and root. So do one hand, so left hand 1 octave, right hand 1 octave major scale. Okay, 6. switch. Okay, so okay, so opposite of number 5. Okay. 7. Try that one. So 2 hands together, 2 octaves. Oops. Octaves. Then come down chromatic scale. And then the next thing, number 8, can be same as number 7. All right. But come down major scale. Okay, so it would be. Okay, of course, you can do the opposite of that. Go up the scale, and then come down the arpeggio. Put that as number 9. Or go up scale and come down arpeggio. All right, number 10. 2 different arpeggios in each, different arpeggios in each hand. Okay, so do G major in the left hand. I don't know. Do say you're working on E, G, and B flat. So do E major in the right hand. Okay, there's E minor. Dominant in the left hand, B flat. Okay, so there are 10 different ideas right there. I'm just giving you just 10 ideas that you could try working through. That's not all of the ideas. I'm sure you could pull out another 10 ideas easily from what it was that we were doing. Of course, we can also do those upper structures. So on a dominant, you can build it up on the 9th. You could build it up a minor on the sharp 11, or a major on the 13th. So. You could try also reaching. That's pretty hard. Sharp 11. There's a 13th. Okay, so I'm not going to write that one down though, because that's pretty advanced. I think you got enough right there with those 10 different examples. Remember, we did a lot with that major scale as well, moving it into the left hand and into the right hand. So my suggestion is, after you get these 10, or print out the sheet with these 10, and then these 10 ideas, all right, and then write down some of the other ones as you're going through, okay? Write down some of the other ideas that you get from the lesson, okay, and start to create your own exercises. Those are going to be some of the most powerful exercises, and I'll tell you why. It's because they are completely tailored to your needs. That means that you know what you need to work on. Like when you're playing something, you know if you played it well or if you didn't play it well, okay? I mean, you kind of just know. It's like, oh man, I just really didn't get to that. So now you create an exercise around that, you know, like kind of like when we were doing like, you know, just focusing on that cross, all right? So, you know, maybe that's one of your exercises. You just focus on doing a cross. Then you get into the chromatic scale. You know, like you come up with some exercise, right? Write it down for yourself so you can get back to it and you can work on it again. All right, so that's it for this lesson. I hope you got a lot out of this lesson. There's a lot of nice techniques in here. I wish I knew about these techniques 25 years ago. I could have been practicing them then. In the next version, like I said, I'm going to go through some of the more jazz ways and how we can use those arpeggios, and we can also use some of those approaches as well. So there's a lot of exciting and cool stuff ahead. So anyway, hope you'll join me and see you in the next lesson.